Welcome back to Kaijutopia. I'm Tom, and since the release of Godzilla Kong: The New Empire, a hypothetical face-off between MonsterVerse Godzilla's most powerful forms has become relatively popular. So, if Burning Godzilla fought Evolved Godzilla, who'd win? Fear not, Kaiju viewer. In this second installment of our Kaiju Karnage series, I'll be arguing with facts and logic to give you the definitive answer. Definitive. Yeah, totally went there. To avoid any confusion, this is the Evolved Godzilla from 2024's Godzilla Kong: The New Empire movie, and Burning Godzilla hails from 2019's Godzilla King of the Monsters film, respectively. Real quick, if you haven't yet, be sure to check out Kaiju Karnage Episode 1, Heisei Godzilla vs. Final Wars Godzilla. Okay, let's let them big atomic lizards fight! One important question we need to immediately answer is, did Godzilla get more powerful post-burning state? When it comes to feats, the answer is unequivocally yes. In Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla's atomic breath blasted a burning path into the center of the Earth. That alone proves Godzilla has bulked up considerably, which is becoming a staple in subsequent MonsterVerse installments. Now, it's possible Godzilla always had the power to do this. Unfortunately, there's no direct evidence of this being the case. What's likely the case, however, is Serizawa's nuclear sacrifice, along with absorbing Mothra's life force and Ghidorah's electromagnetic comeuppance, directly contributed to Godzilla's post-2019 power-up, which, in turn, will make Evolved Godzilla's ascension even more grandiose. Before Evolved Godzilla arrived on the scene, Godzilla had previously undergone multiple power-ups. On top of the aforementioned power-ups, Godzilla would later go on to absorb a nuclear power plant and harvest Tiamat's solar electromagnetic stockpile. According to the novelization, Godzilla also assimilated Tiamat's genetic code. Interestingly, after absorbing the nuclear power plant, Godzilla seemed to enter into a quasi-burning state, only without the risk of turning into a ticking time bomb. Whether or not this is a weaker version or a more refined form of the burning state remains unclear. Okay, here's the next burning question. Is pre-evolved Godzilla stronger than burning Godzilla? At the very least, the Godzilla we see throughout Godzilla vs. Kong and the first act of New Empire is significantly stronger than pre-burning Godzilla. In other words, if King Ghidorah or the Mutos fought the same Godzilla Kong had the misfortune of fighting, well, the devil with 3 heads would have been the devil with no heads. We know this because post-burning, Godzilla's atomic breath disintegrated Ghidorah's last remaining head, something his heat ray failed to do previously in the same film pre-power-up. But while pre-evolved Godzilla arguably wields superior firepower than his burning past self, I don't think he's stronger. Burning was able to effortlessly stomp a burning hole through Ghidorah's chest like it was the like button. Moreover, Burning completely no-sold Ghidorah's gravity beams. There's no evidence Godzilla's strength and durability improved to this level before he became Evolved Godzilla. But as you'll soon see, Evolved Godzilla doesn't need to be stronger or more durable to win this battle. And that's because Evolved Godzilla has several key advantages. Firstly, his energy capacity is 20 times greater than Burning Godzilla. Unlike Burning Godzilla, whose mere existence is a ticking time bomb, Evolved Godzilla is fully capable of containing both his energy and Burning Godzilla's burning force. That's right, the burning force. I just coined it and it sounds awesome. Hashtag burning force. Come on. When it comes to facilitating energy, Evolved Godzilla, Burning Godzilla became several power-ups later in his timeline. In terms of physical strength, Evolved Godzilla is formidable. Granted, Evolved Goji won't be throwing his burning counterpart around like he's the Ion Dragon, but he'd most certainly be Burning's physical peer. My evidence of this is how Evolved Goji slapped Skarking so hard with his tail, the evil ape went flying like a soccer ball. Whereas in the previous film, a similar tail slap only managed to knock Kong down. Monarch scanners confirmed Evolved Goji's molecular density increased. Evolved Goji being able to shrug off the hazardous effects of Shima's freezing beam, which is cold enough to freeze atoms and trigger world-ending ice ages, seems to corroborate this being the case. Before presenting my verdict on who'd win, here are a few counterpoints against Evolved Godzilla. Aside from a few exceptions, there's not a whole lot Evolved Goji actually did that's noteworthy. His atomic breath should be more powerful, but there's no evidence of that being the case. Evolved Goji's stronger, or his atomic breath is 20 times more powerful, right advantage. Burning Godzilla not only tanks everything Super Gojiren Rose has to throw at him, he's strong enough to inflict serious injury. But here's the thing. Burning Godzilla has peaked. Absorbing more energy runs the risk of thermonuclear annihilation. He simply can't afford to absorb more energy. And if he does, chances are he'd revert back to normal Godzilla, or how he was at the end of King of the Monsters, who is, by the way, inferior to his pink glowing future self. With the ability to contain 20 times more energy, Evolved Godzilla can turn Burning Godzilla's strength into his greatest advantage. Monster vs. Godzilla is arguably the most powerful live-action Godzilla yet. In a hypothetical battle against his live-action counterparts like Heisei or Final Wars or Shin Godzilla, MV Goji would be my MVP because of his energy absorption abilities, which is something he actively uses in battle. And against the likes of Heisei or Shin Godzilla, MV Godzilla would absorb their most powerful attacks, enhancing his stats in the process, and restore balance in the world by besting them in battle. That's how Evolved Godzilla wins this fight. Not only is Evolved Goji literally Burning Godzilla's enhanced future self, his body is literally designed to be able to efficiently regulate Burning Godzilla's burning force. Sorry, not sorry, burning force still sounds awesome. Evolved Godzilla wins by claiming Burning Godzilla's power for his own, making him Evolved Burning Godzilla? Sounds awesome. Who do you think wins? In all seriousness, there's no definitive answer. Your views are just as valid as my own. I'd love to hear from you, so please share your thoughts down below. I didn't mention this before, but Burning Godzilla's Achilles heel is he's from 2019. He's not current Godzilla turning into Burning Godzilla, he's Godzilla's past self turning into Burning, which, when it comes to power ranking, is a significant difference. And seriously, I do think like Burning Godzilla would have the advantage. I think he pretty much bodies Evolved Goji throughout the fight, but in doing so, Burning runs the risk of not only potentially running out of energy or trying to absorb Evolves, which downgrades him because, again, Burning Goji can't contain any more power without devolving. There's also the fact that Evolved Godzilla is already at a pretty high peak. He's already extremely powerful, he's very strong, agile, and he's, on top of all of that, he's going to be absorbing Burning Godzilla's power no problem. So Burning starts off as being stronger, or arguably stronger, but throughout the course of this battle, as Burning Godzilla's energy begins to drop, Evolved Godzilla's power will be on the rise. And regarding the super pink lizard in the room, lead designer Jared Kerchevsky mentioned that Evolved Godzilla is more akin to a mid-transformation, meaning Evolved Godzilla isn't MonsterVerse Goji's final form. Personally, I think Godzilla's final form will be more akin to a mastered burning state, only with none of its explosive caveats. Time will tell. Thank you for stomping by, everyone. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all later.